So today I'll be working on this my 47 Coupe, and so I brought it to the workshop. So what I'm going to do on this car is about the clutch. Remember, um, ever since I did the conversion of the transmission from auto to manual, um, the clutch has been a big issue for me. Um, Currently, the clutch and the car ride is like the third kit. Not necessarily the kit, it's just the pressure plate. I bought about three, and all the three were not good enough. The first one was very hard to depress, just very, very hard. I had to buy another one because I couldn't get a new one, so I got another used one. The first one was sent from Lagos. I noticed physically, yeah, that I might have that issue, but I was like, maybe it might not be. Okay, no, not the first one. It was the second one I noticed that I might have that issue. The first one, there was no sign on it that it will have issue, but you know, it's mechanical until you mount it. So I mounted it, and it was very hard to repair. I mean, it was that hard. That to the point I was even concerned that it might affect the clutch fork. So I had to get order another one from Lagos. That one came, and I saw it, and it became obvious that it will vibrate when you apply clutch. But then I just was like, the cost of returning it. I started to mount it, and it became soft, very soft. Exactly what I actually wanted. But then the vibration was unbearable. And I thought I would manage it, but on my on my way out of the workshop, it pulled out the release bearing. As in, I thought it was a joke. Brought it back, did it 2 times, removed the gearbox, look at it to see why it pulled out. Did everything I could, mounted it back, same issue. Until I eventually, in fact, I think I put it back, put it like 3 times. It came, maybe it wasn't mounted properly. The release bearing kept pulling out. I mean, so I had to now buy another one, making it tough because I didn't want to put back the first one. Just, buy another one here in Abuja, another used one. Again, new one was not available. So the one I bought, I noticed that it might vibrate, but then I just needed some, even if it will vibrate, since that like I had no other option, but at least let it stop pulling, and hopefully it will be softer. Mounted it. This one, yeah, it was no longer pulling, the release bearing pulling out of the pressure plate, but then the vibration was there. Then it also hard to depress. So I just gave up. I just gave up. So I've been using the car since then on the third one, the vibration, the hard to depress. Tried to get new one. It should be over a year by now, I believe. I can't remember the last time I did this, but I know it was last year. Today is 6th of October 2023, so I know it was sometime last year. So let me give it another shot, even though I couldn't get a new one again when I made an attempt. So recently I went to the market here in Abuja. I decided not to bother ordering again from Lagos because that's the problem. If you are not seeing it physically, you can't actually tell on the condition until you see it. And by the time you see it, the cost of returning it, you have to still spend. So I said, you know what, let me just. This time I went to the market. It took me like 2 days to get this one, hopefully. So so this is the one I got used also. So far the release bearing looks okay. The problem is not usually the release bearing anyway. Even the pulling out is not because of the release bearing. on those older ones. The one that was paying. See where the problem usually comes from. Here, inside here. So once it wears down or eat deep down, then you will have that issue. So on this one here, there's a mark on it that it has worked, but it hasn't really eaten deep that much. Yeah, it has a small wear around it inside, but compared to all the ones I saw in the market or the one current one on the car, this one is much better. So this is the only one I can say that I should expect not to vibrate. Even if it will, it won't be as bad as the current one on the vehicle. So but of course at the end it's the vehicle that will confirm. But I also hope that at least it will stop the clutch pedal will no longer be hard to depress. That one you can't tell until you mount it. That's the truth. You can't tell by looking at it. So until I do mount it, we'll not see how it's going to be. So we're going to remove this time what we're going to do, we're not going to remove the engine to do that, to change the clutch pressure plate. Going to pull I'm going to disconnect. In fact, what I'm going to do, I want to remove all this by myself. I won't let anybody do the electrical part of the repair. Not necessarily repair anyway, just the removal. So I have to remove everything here, the fuse box, that's BSM, the engine ECU, the wiring harness, everything. Pull them to this side so that there will be space here. Then I'll remove all these, engine, plastic cover, battery, everything. I'll remove anything that will be on its way so that the mechanics I work with his boys can now come and separate the gearbox. Then there is a part of something like a crossbar under they will have to remove. Jack this outside of the vehicle and then drop the gearbox. You may eventually have to jack the two front end. Just the gearbox from under, push it out, and then access the pressure plate. I will also look at the friction plate, even though it's not showing me any sign. But I remember I bought a 3 set. So those 3 sets, I just kept the friction plate. Let's see. They're actually here. So I'll look at the current one on the car. If there's any better one here, which one is there? Because the current friction plate on the car has been the first one I got. So the other 2 I bought, I didn't bother to use the first friction plate. I just kept them. But this time around, I decided not to buy the set. So I went for these are the 2. So I had to buy only the pressure plate, but which cost me much higher. If I were to buy the set, it would be a little bit, not necessarily cheaper, but I wouldn't have spent what I spent just to get only this. It's usually cheaper to buy the complete than buying only this. But I was like, I have like 2, why keep buying the pressure plate when I have 2 I'm not even using? So when we remove this one, I'll just look at to know if there's any of these 2 is in better condition than the current one on the car. The current one on the car moves well, it doesn't show any sign of weakness, but like I said, it's not like I need to buy another one. If I check and see any good, if any of these 2 is better, I'll swap. If the one is on the car is better, I'll leave these 2. But the most important thing I'm going to do is this. So we'll see. And so that's what is going to start now, and I'll update you guys as it progresses. So I've removed those components here, and then shifted the engine wiring harness to this side and kept on top of the engine. So this one too, I remove everything here. So now the gearbox is easily accessible. You see the joints, this side removed, and one on the right, then one on the left removed. So this we'll call it cross member, also removed, so that we now give one access so that the gearbox can be removed from under the vehicle. Let's see. Let's see oil leak here. So that's the gearbox. So it can easily come down from there. I noticed this AC gas Peugeot line, this particular house, saw a leak from under as if the gas AC oil is leaking from me. So I probably might have to change it before we conclude the work, since there is access to it now. I'll call the AC technician to come and most likely remove it. So that's the progress. And so recently I was getting ABS wheel sensor issue on this particular side of the vehicle, the wheel, the left. Yeah, I think it should be the left rear, not the left rear. I'll look at, because when I scanned, I took a picture of the scan report. So I think it's this one, because I've changed the one on the other side, the one on the right, the rear. So but this one I've not been replaced. So it's actually coming up intermittently. Sometimes it goes off, sometimes it comes on, and I've scanned, it was showing possibly a sensor issue. So I decided to use the opportunity to also change it. So I'm going to go through my phone again and go confirm that it's this way before I change it. But I've already gotten the sensor earlier before now. I kept it in the vehicle. So now that I have the chance, have it changed. But like I said, I will have to confirm before I do that. Okay, so the gear oil, I think I probably will want to change it as well. So something I observed here, I think when the gearbox comes out, I look at it. This CV joint seal, what's it called? The differential seal. There's a seal on that differential where this side of the CV joint goes in. Since that seal is weak, you can see this place is wet. So I think I'll use the opportunity to change the seal when the gearbox is out. If possible, both of them. We'll see. Hey. Yeah, so the work has been concluded now. It's almost what time? Let me find out. 6:32 p.m. So it took a while. So actually what happened was the other things that came up. That AC issue, that leakage on the AC pressure line or pipe. So in trying to fix it, we now realized that even the compressor was leaking. There was a leak on the compressor. We saw sign of oil also on the compressor, and before you know it, the rain started. You know, my point is we finished the transplant on the clutch pressure plate much earlier in the day, but we just couldn't couple everything back because we just need to compete with the AC. And eventually it started. And so the weather is cold. I mean, it rained about almost 3 4 hours. At around 1:30 or 1 p.m. it started raining till around 5:30. That's when it stopped. In fact, at a point we had to come out and started to continue with the work under the rain because otherwise probably wouldn't be able to go home with the car. So, by the way, let me confirm if the yeah, I scanned the car and showed that this fog lamp is not working. The one on the left. So tomorrow I'll look at it. That's if the car will be very small. Anyway, so I've moved the car, so the vibration is gone, and also softer than the other one. Yeah, softer than the old one I removed. But not as soft as new one, but at least much better. But the most important thing, the vibration gone, completely gone. Okay, so that is the situation. So that's a big progress, and I'm happy. It's already, you can see I have a lot of stores littered in the vehicle. The pressure plate is actually here. Oh, by the way, this is the timing to set bus for EPC changes. The engine I needed if I bought it today. So this is the old one. This is where it immediately came out. Of course, it was obvious that it was bad. So that's it. Lesson learned. If you're buying a clutch pressure plate, make sure, especially if it's a used one, make sure it doesn't have a sign of wear that will cause this kind of vibration. Personally, I prefer new one. I always recommend new one. But if you're a V6 user in Nigeria, I mean, for now, the only option you have is the used one, not a new one. So that is it. So okay, so guys, that's the end of the video. So until another one.